Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Chats with Chaudhry. I hope you're safe and well. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Laura Eghobamien, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, from BlackMedical and Scientific Network. But we're not going to be talking about BlackMedical and Scientific Network, but we are going to be talking about her role with ELRIG UK, because Laura is one of the conference directors for the upcoming ELRIG Drug Discovery 2023, which is being held in Liverpool on October the 18th and 19th. So, Laura, first of all, good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, it's lovely to meet you. And I know I said we weren't going to talk about BlackMedical and Scientific Network, but actually I am going to ask you about that because I've never heard of it before. So what is BlackMedical and Scientific Network?
Yeah. So basically, Black Medical Scientific Network is a non-profit organization which was set up about 3 years ago. It's really a support network, really to increase visibility of Black scientists, and that's through networking and through collaborative partnership.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask a bit more about that a bit later on, hopefully. Now,
Okay.
let's though talk about ELRIG. For people who are not familiar with ELRIG UK as an organization, can you give us a quick overview of ELRIG UK?
Yeah, I can. For me, I see ELRIG as is really serving as a body for the life science and community. I remember actually attending an ELRIG conference back in 2015, so it's almost 10 years ago. And really great atmosphere there, great science, opportunity to network with other scientists within pharma and the biotech.
Right. Okay. Now, I was going to ask you about your history, but you just sort of mentioned that automatically, which is great. So, um, from your experience, and you talked about obviously a little bit about your history there, but why have you got involved with ELRIG then?
Sure. So I got involved with ELRIG this year because actually I was actually approached by ELRIG, and ELRIG has been working with EDIS, which are the, let me get this right, Equality, Diversity, Inclusion in the Health Science Sector. So this organization works collaboratively with other organizations to ensure that equality and diversity is really improved within the health science and scientific sector. So what ELRIG actually saw, kind of looking at their conferences in the past, is that about 35% of invited speakers were non-white. So they did see this as an issue. So they reached out to Black Medical Scientific Network to see how we can work together to really improve this. And I'm really pleased to say that this year that has moved up the needle. So ELRIG drug discovery this year, we're about 19% non-white invited speakers. So it's a great deliberate step that they've made.
Fantastic. Well, look, you've led us nicely into Drug Discovery 2023. As I said, it's going to be held in Liverpool on the 18th and 19th. But again, those not familiar with the event, and you mentioned you have attended it since 2015, can you give viewers a quick overview of the event itself?
Yeah, I mean, the event this year, I'm really, really excited about it because the whole drug discovery goes through like typical drug discovery goes through early drug discovery, then you've got preclinical, and then you've got clinical, and all of that really is going to be encapsulated this year at early drug discovery. So we've got tracks like cellular technologies for drug discovery, delving diversity of chemistry, driving molecules from concept to clinic. And I really want to shout out Godwin Aleku, who's going to be speaking at that. He's from King's. He's a senior lecturer at King's, and he's coming from the Black Medical Scientific Network. So he'll be speaking on that track. And at the moment, everyone knows about AI, but there's going to be a real section around how do we use AI in helping for us to improve drug discovery. And there's also a hit identification and screening track. Again, I'm going to shout out Divya Malik from Vista Therapeutics. He'll be speaking at that track there. So it's going to really, like I said, cover quite a lot. It's very, very rich this year.
Fantastic. And it's not just talks, though, is it, in terms of
It's not
drug
just,
discovery?
that's right. Yeah, there's going to be lots going on. And I'm actually also involved with the early career progression. So there's going to be an event called Network Like a Boss. And I'm involved in that. So again, really helping early career professionals and helping them in the early stage of their career.
Brilliant. Now, let's talk about diversity within life science and drug discovery, given that's your background and that's why you're involved. How much of a lack of diversity, for want of a better way of phrasing it, is there within the life science drug discovery industry from your perspective?
Yeah, no, from my perspective, I mean, I've been in this industry for almost 20 years now, and I believe it's a really, really big problem. The fact that, when I used to, I still go to conferences, there isn't much representation. And, you look around and you're trying to spot, you know, another black, like, for example, black scientists in the room, and there are not many. There are not many. So, having an event like this year where, we've increased that number, it's really helpful because, you're able to go into a space where you feel comfortable, and, you're seeing other people like you, and you're networking with them as well. So I believe, like I said, it is a real problem, and hopefully, that things are improving with, having events like this.
So I'm going to ask you, I'll be a devil's advocate a little bit, if you don't mind, because some people will be watching this going, well, actually, there's not a lot of black scientists at these events because there just aren't a lot of black scientists, right? That's what they might be thinking. So is that the case, or is it just that they don't feel comfortable or have not been encouraged to come to these events?
That's a really good question. I mean, there are lots of black scientists. I mean, our network at the moment is growing. We've got almost 2,000 people following us on LinkedIn, and we've got black scientists globally everywhere. So they are there, and I believe again they haven't been given the space. So given those opportunities to be able to come into an event like this, or even being invited to speak at events. So I would really encourage especially those who are going to be coming this year, and really definitely within your organization, what are you doing for your black scientists and other ethnic diverse groups? Are you encouraging them? Because you should be, and they would love to be involved, right, if given the opportunity.
No, great. Well, that leads on to another question then. That why do you think they have not in the past attended or been asked to speak?
Again, another good question. There's a number of things. I think again, just kind of speaking from my experience.
Sure.
It's it's again, it's a bit of unconscious bias, and also there's another. Sometimes you feel like there's another level that you have to be able to show that you're very good at what you do, even though you're very good, but it needs to be seen, and it's almost another pillar that you're put across because people don't believe in your work, and you have to be able to demonstrate that. So for a lot of black scientists, there's lots of hurdles to climb, and to be able to be sure that you're good at what you do. People they can see that you're good at it, but again, because you're not able to visibly show it, people doubt your abilities. So there is a little bit of fear, like, will I be rejected? Will I be accepted?
Fine, brilliant. Well, look, thank you for answering that. Now, obviously, people want to know more. I'll make sure I put the link to the network above this video, as well as the link to the event. Now, apart from obviously the tracks and the speakers you've helped organize, so I'm sure you're very excited to see them at the event. What else are you looking forward to, though, at Drug Discovery in 2023 in Liverpool?
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to just hopefully catching up with colleagues. Yeah, it's a real opportunity to network, and the fact that the conference is free itself, and there'll be some really good food there as well, so really good refreshments. So yeah, it's a really opportunity to network with other colleagues, to really learn really great. The scientific context is always very, great speakers, and you always go away for like, oh my goodness, there's so much I didn't know about, there's so much to learn. So I'm really looking forward to hear about the different things that's happened within those tracks, and how things are moving on, and like again, so just connecting with old colleagues as well.
Brilliant. Well, that's fantastic, Laura. Thank you for taking time to talk to me and answering my questions, which were all unscripted. And so you've had to think on the cuff as I've thrown them at you. So thank you very much for that. So there you go, viewers. If you have not registered yet for ELRIG 2023, why not? You can click on the link above the video and register. If you are a black scientist and you don't know anything about the network and would like to get more involved, then click on Laura's link, which is above the video as well. And if you've got any questions based on what we talked about today, for and against, or if you agree or disagree with what we said, feel free to put them in the comments, because we'd love to get your feedback as well about this. It is a big topic. People don't always realize it. I mean, obviously I'm from an ethnic minority, and I get it because I feel that way as well in my own industry. And I don't mean social media, by the way. I mean in publishing and media for many, many years. And I was the only Asian face in many, many rooms and conferences that I went to. And I sort of thought, well, I'm sticking out like a sore thumb here. So it is an issue for some people. So you need to, and some groups, and they should be addressed. So you're doing a great job, Laura, and ELRIG are doing a fantastic job in terms of addressing diversity within the community as well. So well done to ELRIG as well. So Laura, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to hopefully seeing you in person in Liverpool.
Thank you. Yes, I do. I can just also add, I keep forgetting that we do have a stand at ELRIG. So the BlackMedical Scientific Network will have a stand there. So please, come and visit us, come and say hello. And like you said, you can find out how you can be involved and join us.
There you go. And look, and you've got a plug in as well. So there you go. So Laura, thank you very much. Viewers, thank you for watching. I hopefully will see you in person at Drug Discovery 23 in Liverpool. And until next time, as always, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.